the 18 years I worked in education, I had the chance to use that word a lot with students. Why did you choose that intention for the scene? Why didn't you bring your script? And the ever popular, why are you late for rehearsal? What I'm trying to get at is these days, I don't have to manage any rehearsals, write any lighting or sound cues for shows. I have lots of free time to ponder other things. So who I'm asking why of these days is me, and only me, because I'm the only person I need to manage these days. A little background on me. There have been various times in my life where I have made this huge decision in a very short span of time or with very little reflection. I joined the Navy right out of high school. Just a few short months earlier, I had zero desire to join the military. And because he's not here to defend himself, I'm gonna blame it all on my high school friend, Gary. You see, Gary joined up, and if memory serves, I gave him an endless amount of shit about it. He was pretty gung-ho. After school one day, Gary and I were gonna hang out. But first he had to stop by the recruiter's office with this other kid from school whose name I can't seem to remember because John was possibly interested in also joining the Navy. On the way to the recruiter's office, Gary looks over at me sternly and says, "You can come, but just keep your sarcastic mouth shut." John, or whatever the kid's name was, is seriously interested and wants to hear what the recruiter has to say. Yeah, I bet you can see how this story ends, right? So there I am in the back of the room. Recruiter's up there, throws his hook out at John's mouth, misses, lands in mine. Roughly about a month later, I signed up for a 6-year binding contract against the wishes of my mom and family. I was not the military type. Fast forward to 2003, and I moved to Japan on a tourist visa, no job, nothing at all lined up, except the invitation from a good friend to crash at his place till I landed on my feet. I had about $5 grand in the bank, total. And by the time I paid the security deposit and first month's rent, well, pretty much that was gone. Not even 2 months in Tokyo, and I'm almost broke. There are other examples I could point to, but just looking back on those two makes my head spin. I've had my fair share of compliments and insults over the course of my life, but one thing I have never been called is overly reflective. And now, I think I've done it again. I mean, why would a 58-year-old man sign up for a 200-hour yoga teacher certification class with absolutely no desire to become a yoga instructor as a second career? The best answer I can come up with is that about every 5 years, I have this irresistible urge to seriously shake up my life one way or another. And if that is what it is, then frankly, I'm okay with that. So, let's find out. The course is 200 hours, 6 days a week, 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Monday through Saturday. In their introductory emails and videos, the teachers keep telling us to expect a transformational experience. I've had 2 months to mull this decision over and frankly, to back out, but I haven't. So I can't necessarily call this decision abrupt or without thought, but I do keep asking myself, why? And I've got to think there's more to it than just the desire to get in better shape. I'm not sure if this kind of content fits our channel, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I'll try to post twice a week, possibly one if I'm limited in time, both sharing the experience specifically and more generally as to the why. With the hopes that you might find some parallels as you begin to ponder your next adventure in retirement, or the ones you haven't even pondered yet. If, as Obi-Wan said, these are not the droids you're looking for, then I'll simply say thanks for stopping by, and I hope you do find the content you're in search of. For our friends who are sticking around, I really would appreciate any support in the comments section as I begin this adventure and see if I can survive without landing with some broken body parts or in the hospital. My adventure begins tomorrow. Namaste.